Do you know what I think would be funny is if we used a lollipop to hold the microphone.
That would be really fucking funny.
What color do you want?
Blue.
I have a green one. I know you like green better.
I do like... No, I like the blue. Especially because I have a green bestie, so I can just...
Green means go.
Yes! That's been in my mouth, I'm sorry.
We did say it was a microphone holder, but that's fine. You put microphones in your mouth if you need.
Listen, we all have things. Like a Lux Unfiltered Let's Make Top Cry edition.
We're not going to make you cry. Absolutely. That's fine. That's not going to oversaturate the microphone or anything.
Sorry that my existence pains you so. It's fine, I've got some nature's strepsils. Yeah, my tattoo. Fucking G was so happy when I gave her the little thing, because it was like, obviously you gave me all the stuff in the starter pack.
Yeah.
And I was like, I use all of these anyways, but like, I'm just going to buy more. Mm-hmm. So I'll be nice and bring them. And I brought her a coffee and everything. And, and I was like, I also have a gift for you. And she was like, oh, what is it? I think, and she was like, for me? And I was like, yeah. For me? I was like, yep. She was like, I love this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to spend the whole fucking thing just talking about you.
What was your first impression of the Lux CBD products?
Honestly, how colourful they are. But, like, with natural stuff. Like, because we were kind of friends when I was following you. We weren't massively close, so I was, like, looking into things, and I'm like, damn, this stuff is really cool, but, like, it must have, like, so many artificial colours and flavours. And then it doesn't, and I was like...
Yeah, we use a lot of flower power. Flower power. How do the flavors of Lux CBD products compare to other products that you may have tried in the same CBD vibe?
Things that I tried was like the drops that taste like shit.
Yeah. Whole reason I started the company.
Yeah, like literally just the worst, and do nothing. And like you said, whenever people come up to the table when we're doing markets, you're like, yeah, did you hold it under your tongue for like 2 minutes or whatever it is? And they're like, well, no, because it tastes like shit. And it's like, yeah.
And it won't work if you don't do it.
Won't work. Whereas like, not only having like such a wide range of flavors that you can choose from, things like the Misfits make so much fun. Yeah. Because I just literally like sprinkle it down and just...
The shards are great.
The shards are the best, honestly. When people are like, oh, I just want like something. It's like, I don't want to have like this and this. I'm like, just have a fucking handful of shards. And telling people that you can like dissolve them.
Yeah, dissolve them into water.
Dissolve them in water and drink it like a juice or something.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Because it's not like squash and got loads of like additives and preservatives and shit. It's just plants.
It's just plants, man.
Just plants, man.
Which product of our line surprised you the most and why?
2 things. The tea, the mint tea, is probably my favourite tea ever, and if I could afford to just only have that for every beverage for the rest of my life, I would, because it's really good. And also the balm. Yeah. Because I don't think there's a single ailment that I've gone, maybe I'll put the balm on it, that has not worked. Like, I remember texting you at download, being like, oh, by the way, I came back to my tent after being on my feet for 13 hours, after doing like 30,000 steps or something, and I put the balm on it, and I went to sleep. And you were like, oh, I never thought of it for that.
But it's true, though, because, like, your skin is your biggest organ, right? So, like, it's the quickest way for things to go in, and it just works really well.
It works so well. And, like, I used it like a numbing cream before my tattoo.
Nice.
Honestly, like, this is such a soft area of skin. Yeah. And after having, like, all of these, like, I'm well aware that it's pinchy. It's very pinchy.
Especially when you get to, like, the back... like tricep area.
I'm terrified about getting the rest of it, but I'm just going to cover my arm and CBD, and then,
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Everything will be fine.
And then I must have taken like 500 milligrams or something throughout the 2 hours. I think that's like the most that I've ever taken in such big sequence with each other, apart from when I originally came to you when I hurt my back. Yeah. That was having so much.
But you know what? That's the thing. Like,
it helped.
Yeah.
And I was taking the strongest fucking painkillers and nothing helped.
Well, I think the problem is that, like, there's so much misinformation out there that, like, people saying, oh, 10 milligrams is fine. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You need, like, 100 times that, like, in a day. Maybe not 100, but at least 10 times that. And depending on your body weight, like, it really depends on your ailments, on what you've eaten that day. Like, there's so many things, and I'm so sick of companies going like, oh, you just need 100 milligrams a day, and they sell you a 100 milligram bottle for 30 quid, and it's like, that's not even one dose.
Because if I'm having a really good day, like with no pain and nothing like that, I'll still take it so that it's in my system, but that would be like a couple of sweets like after my lunch, because I like having them like a little sweet treat as well, and then like a cup of tea in bed. Whereas like a really bad pain day where like maybe my knee's playing up, or like I've got really bad anxiety, or like anything, I'm gonna take it a lot more heavily and consistently so that I feel the effects of it, as opposed to the general rounding off of it.
And I think that's the thing, is people don't realize that it's not really like, it can work as a spot treatment, but it works so much better when it's accumulated in your body and your body's used to it.
The prolonged use.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time. Literally, look through any time that anyone's ever asked me about what they should get from you, and I'm like, get anything as long as you continue to use it.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It's about
really
consistency.
matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in your fucking system, bro.
Bro, put it in your system. Do you have a favorite product that comes in the starter pack?
The lollies.
Yeah.
I think if you're starting out, that would be the thing that I would probably tell you to grab, because they're the strongest.
Yeah.
As well. And I think with the little ones, because some of them, like, it's going to sound like a really weird thing to say, but if you like suck on it quite heavily, it will dissolve quite quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas the lollies, you can kind of sit there and like while you're working or do something. I like to have them in the morning when I drive to work.
Yeah. The melt rate is quite slow on a lollipop, which is kind of good.
So that would be what I would tell someone to have, just because they're stronger. You'll feel the effect more than like just a little, like, oh, I'll take 130 milligram. You're not really going to feel it. You taste how tasty it is, but you're not going to feel the effect. Whereas if you're like, oh, I'm so glad this came, I'm having such a shit day, have a lollipop.
Yeah.
Have a lollipop.
Have a lollipop.
Have a lollipop.
Just have a lollipop.
Just have a lollipop.
Just have a lollipop.
God.
How would you describe the vibe or aesthetic of Lux CBD?
Fucking chill, man.
It is chill, man.
It's somehow very colourful, flower power, plants will heal you, while also being like, sound I know it works. Aggressive love.
I feel like that does sum it up pretty well.
Yeah.
I am going to punch you in the face with the truth and then give you a CBD candy to chill you out.
Yeah. Hey, you know that you have like autism and need therapy? Do you want a lollipop? Like,
just before I berate you.
Yeah, but like, and then
here's a lollipop. Have a lollipop. She's like, mmm.
Fun yet chill. Like, it's very colourful and like vibey.
Yeah.
Without sounding like a pretentious douchebag.
Fair. I do sometimes sound like a pretentious douchebag.
You do sometimes sound like a pretentious douchebag.
Oh yeah, but at least
it
I'm
comes
self-aware.
from a place of love.
And self-awareness.
Yeah. Like,
how did you feel after the first time you used my products?
Can we talk about the besties?
Yeah.
Okay. It was about a bestie of you when I hurt my back.
Yeah.
And it came with a lollipop.
Yeah.
I think. And I had trapped a nerve in my spine, and I was literally like fucking bedbound. It was awful. Don't lift at the gym without stretching, kids.
Don't do it.
I think I just had like 2 puffs of this, and I'm gonna go sleep for the first time in like 3 days. And then I think I woke up and I had some food, and then I had like a lollipop afterwards, and I went back to bed because I hadn't been able to sleep, because I kept sleep on my side and I was getting myself in really awkward positions, and then waking up in the middle of the night realizing that I needed to move and screaming in pain.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that for you. I love that it went so well, but I hate that you were in pain.
Yeah. But then, it started a beautiful love story between me and
Love story. Should we cross swords?
No, because Yoda licked it.
Which product do you reach for after a stressful day?
99% of the time, I'm reaching for the bestie before bed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting everything done.
Yeah.
Because I won't, like, I want to be, like, at home and settled and done when I'm having a bestie. It would probably be tea, and depending on what time of day that is, it would probably be mint tea if it's, like, winding down. But if it's, like, I've still got stuff to do, that I want to chill for a second, it would be like the berry tea.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love the berry tea.
It's so nice.
So nice.
If I'm in the office, like I carry so much of your CBD with me in my bag for emergencies. If I've had a really bad day at the office.
In case of emergency break
literally
class.
in case of emergencies. I think I even have some in my car. I'd have a lolly. I'd have a lolly on my way home, on my drive home.
Do you recommend our products to people who have never tried anything infused before?
You handed me this lolly to use as a microphone and I put it in my mouth immediately.
So am I to understand that yes, the answer is...
Yes, the answer is yeah, like I quite like them, they're alright.
Have you found a time of day that works best for you when you use my products?
No, just all the time. Just
All day, every day.
Honestly, all day.
All day, every day.
Every day.
All day, son. All day.
It's a lot of the reasons that I like your products is because they help with my issues with food. And I find that they make me want to eat more. Like they make me hungry.
Yeah.
So, and they make me feel less nauseous when I do eat. So I would like have some and then have like my lunch or something. If I was really struggling, if I was having a bad day, it was like, I don't know what to eat. I'd be like, have some.
Yeah.
And then in like half an hour kind of thing, I'd be like, no, I feel like I can eat now. So we're probably 97% of the time, it's probably like 10, 11 sort of thing. And then like before bed.
Yeah. As someone who has like texture and flavor specificities, how would you describe the flavor of like one of our classic range? Like choose a flavor and be like...
Like a blue raspberry. The flavors are sick. I love the flavors. The only flavor that I didn't like, and you know this, was the watermelon. And that's because I don't like watermelon. So I don't know why I tried them.
Well, we don't really have watermelon in our range anymore. It's just
But
strawberry.
when we first started,
yeah.
it was.
I know.
And I think some of the misfits occasionally have them.
Potentially. Not anymore, but they did a while ago. I think we stopped doing strawberry watermelon in September last year or something like that.
Yeah. Any of the blues and the greens.
Blues and greens.
Are my faves. I'm gonna reach for them.
Green.
And the pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade is
pink
really
lemonade
good.
is like one of my favorite drinks.
Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I don't make it. I make a lot of flavors I don't like. I don't like sour apples. Still make sour apple.
I beg your fan's pardon.
No,
what? That's one of my faves.
Yeah, I don't like artificial apple flavors.
But it's not artificial.
No, but it's like, it's not real apples. You know what I mean? Like,
I am exactly the same with orange flavored things because I like oranges.
Yeah.
But I do not like, I don't even like orange juice.
That's it. Like, I like apple juice if it's fresh pressed, but if it's like from concentrate or like...
It's Tory behavior.
I was raised with a lot of privilege, okay? I acknowledge this. I'm a broke bitch now.
That's why we're friends. Started at the top, now we're somewhere else.
Now we're closer to the bottom. How strong or subtle are the flavors?
I'm saying like sour apple is one of my favorite flavors, right? It's not actually that sour. But it's not actually that sour or anything, which I think would bother me. I would say none of the flavors like smack you in the face like, oh, this is too much.
Yeah.
Nothing is like that. They are all...
I'll get glitter on it.
I would expect, like, the flavors are what I want them to be. I feel like if they were any more or any less, I wouldn't like them as much. Because it's like, if they were less, I'd be like, oh, it's not... Like, I wanted it to be, like, blue raspberry.
Yeah.
And it's like... and yeah, no, so none of them are like, none of them smack you in the face like, oh, I couldn't, because I think it would stop you from being able to have like things like the Misfits. If the flavors were really, really strong on the Misfits, you wouldn't be able to have it because it would be too much.
Yeah.
So
there's too many, too much. Would you want a bigger version of any of the products?
Yeah, can you somehow make the small hard candies, but make them 120 milligrams?
No. They would taste nasty, unfortunately.
That's a bitch.
I know.
Do you mean like in volume that you get from them? No, just buy multiple packs.
Fair.
Like, if I, like, with the bomb, I was buying, like, little ones or getting, like, the small ones that came in the starter pack.
Yeah.
And then now I think, in the case, like, since this year started, I've bought 2 of the big massive tubs from you. Like, just buy more if you like it.
Just buy more.
Support your local small businesses.
Like this?
Yeah, I use that shit every day for everything. And then I have all of my little tubs. And then...
Little tub.
I have all of the little tubs. I have all of the little tubs. And I just refill them from that.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. Like, I always tell people to save their containers.
Absolutely.
One, they're metal, so they're, like, safe. You can wash them in the dishwasher. Like, you can...
put whatever you want in them.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, honestly, just refilling them with one of those big ones, because why didn't I bring my fucking water bottle? In my water bottle, I stopped carrying around the little tiny sample ones, and I started bringing the, like, mid-size one.
Yeah.
Because I was using it so fucking much that I was going through one of them a day. But yeah, no, honestly, I was going through so much of it when my knee was really bad that I was like, I need to carry more of this. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes I give people, like, the little samples if they say that they're, like, struggling with stuff. And I'm like, oh, I have one of these on me. Like, here you go. And they're like, oh, this is great. And then they hopefully come and buy some.
Yeah.
And use Pop 15 to do so. Thankfully, Pop Punk.
What do you think of the packaging and the unboxing experience?
The starter pack, honestly, the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole life. The first time that we actually hung out at the market, I told you that I use one of these as my purse.
That just makes me giggle so much. They're cute, though.
They're really cute. And, like, they're all, like, they're not, like, plasticky and horrible and stuff. Like, they're super cute. And, like, who's gonna steal that? Like, why have a purse that someone's gonna see and be like, oh, that looks like it's got money in it, when I could just have my cards smell like CBD? Yeah, like, if anybody ever picks out one of my cards and they're like, what's this white powder? I'm gonna be like, listen, have you heard of Lux CBD? Are you ready for the chillest night of your life?
Do you think the vibe feels, like, discreet, or is it a bit obvious what you're doing?
I like it because it's, like, colourful and fun, and it's like, oh, look at these little heart-shaped candies that are gonna make me feel better. It's also, like, it's kind of, like, it's fun because if I saw you out of the corner of your eye pull out this little packet and go, like, one of these and take out a nice little colourful thing and be like, what'd you get there? You know? And then you get to...
doing?
Have you heard? I'd just be like, oh, it's CBD. Do you want them? I used to give out so much of it because I had that giant bubblegum bag that you gave me at my old workplace. Whenever anyone was stressed out, I would just...
The question was, do you feel comfortable pulling it out in public? But clearly, you do it in the workplace.
All day, every day.
Every day, son.
Oh, I love it when people ask me, what are you doing? And I get to... Because I feel like you always say that you struggle to, like, salesy about it, but, like, as soon as you can talk to someone about it, the shit sells itself.
Well, like, hey, try my lollipops, because I don't like doing that because it feels icky, right? But if someone's interested and they're like, the fuck is that? I'll be like, well, are you ready for my TED Talk?
Do you want to hear about my autistic hyperfixation? There is no you without cannabis.
Fair point. Well made.
I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's also a good talking point kind of thing if someone was to ask, because I think people who actively use your products also tell other people about your products. We're not gatekeeping. This isn't girl boss MLM central over here. We gotta, like...
Girl boss gatekeep.
Girl boss gatekeep. This is the opposite of this. This is hype girls, share your CBD, tell your friends they look hot. Life.
Toxic, then. How long did it take you before you felt any effects of trying the products?
Immediately when it was my back.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, immediately. Obviously, that was also, like, a bestie. But after, like, realising that I had to also, you know, be a functioning human while struggling with this pain and having, like, the lolly and stuff and being like, oh, shit, I can be a functioning human with this pain.
Who would have known?
You're really pretty right now.
Thank you.
Right? The way that you did that was, like, just like,
You're welcome. Which product would you take before flight?
Because the flight is so early, I'm going to make some tea because I'm not going to want to eat anything and I'm going to feel really awkward about it. I'm going to have some tea to hopefully, like, settle my stomach and feel good and stuff.
You can make yourself little tea bags to bring with you to the airport and get some hot water at the airport. So have it right before the flight.
Oh my god, that's so smart.
Not just a pretty face. Get ready with me while I drink my tea.
For having an anxiety attack. And then I'll take, like, a lolly and a couple of sweets and stuff like that, because I'm going to have them, like, throughout my trip anyways.
Yeah. Would you gift a starter pack to a friend or a loved one?
Yeah.
That was a very quick yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if someone was, like, struggling. I would absolutely, like, give them some stuff. But, like, I also do actively give people like, things like I was saying, like, in my old workplace, I just had a big bag of them that I kept in my drawer instead of, like, having to get them out of my bag. And I had my work CBD and then my home CBD. She's a hoarder, honestly. And people would, like, oh, what's that? And be like, oh, do you want some CBD? Or, like, sometimes having a really stressful day, I'd be like, do you want some CBD? Like...
Have some CBD.
Have some CBD. Or just like, hi, friend, I haven't seen you in ages. Do you want some CBD?
What kind of person would benefit from CBD?
All of them. Just not Trump supporters or TERFs or anyone like that. They can suffer in silence.
I mean, they'd probably benefit from it, and hopefully they'd hear reason.
Yeah, to change.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what takes it. Take CBD.
Everybody needs to chill the fuck out.
You need to smoke some weed. Everyone, literally everyone, no matter if you think that you're fine, you could always be finer.
Facts. Hardcore facts. Eiffel Tower sized facts. My last question for you might be a bit tricky. What's one word you would describe the Lux CBD experience as?
Vibes. Whatever vibes it is that you need, it's like the CBD goes like into your brain and they're like going through all of your shit and they're like, no, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, and then they're like, oh, this one, fix this one. And it's like you're tired and you don't want to be, take some CBD and it'll probably perk you up. You're tired and you want to go to sleep, but you have like insomnia, take some CBD. You got pain, take some CBD. You feel fine, take some CBD.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Take some CBD.
Nike, we're coming for you.